What we saying, everyone? What we saying, people? What we saying? We go live on TikTok real quick as well. Let me know what pairs we're looking at, boys. Share the live up. Yeah, what we saying, chat? What we saying? Alright, let me know what pairs we're looking at today, boys. Kind of want to get some tunes on. I do kind of like that little background music. I ain't gonna be able to find it though, am I? That's alright. Fuck it. We get the TikTok link out there. 2 secs, boys. 2 secs. Morning V got, morning Born. What you saying? Noah, Aaron, Tommy, Daniel, what you saying? Born, Matthew, Plains, what you saying? Pyro, Jed, what you saying? What you saying? Trade Delicious, how you doing, bro? How you doing, brother? Let's see, 5 minutes down into 50 minutes for pigeon. Yeah, no, he's a big eater. He's a big eater, my pigeon. Big old eater. Let me do a video on TikTok real quick. Actually, no, I'll just go live. People see me live, ain't they? Alright, let me know what pairs we're looking at, people. Boom. Ain't good, is it? This is bullshit. There we go. Oh man, this fucking hoodie. I hate this fucking hoodie now. Yeah, what we saying? What we looking at? EU shorts. Yo, what you saying? What outlook you looking for this week? Morning Cam, morning CZ, morning Jesse, morning Jed. What we all saying? What we all saying, people? You bearish on EU, GU? Not really, bro. I'm bullish on EU and GU. We still got higher time frame targets to come up to. We've come into this imbalance, so yeah, we should really be coming up now. What we saying? Everyone back on his TikTok. What we saying? What we saying? What we saying, everyone? Oh shit, yeah, Vega can't message you, bro. EU shorts, morning, you bearish. Yo, is Alpha Capital 50k, 8 plus pro, no commission good? Yeah, bro, that's a good one. 8%, that's a good one. Yeah, what we looking at though, everyone? Let me know what we're trading. Let me know what pairs we're looking at. I'm personally thinking EU, GU longs right now. We want it to come into our order block though on the 1 hour. We've got this imbalance here, which is pretty much about to form. We've got about 10 minutes left till it does. actually form, but you can see the open so far, it's just very bullish. So we had that initial sell-off, which took some liquidity. Get rid of this. That initial sell-off, which took some liquidity, and then just that clear run up. So we want to retest to this area, and then we'll look to buy. Same with EU, really. We had that first initial sell-off. You can see that sell-off there, and then price just rallying up to the high. And you can see we are mitigating bullish order flows, such as this fair value gap here, such as that gap there. Everyone on TikTok, double tap the live chat, double tap the live. What we saying? Morning, everyone on TikTok, YouTube, TikTok. Let me know what we're looking at. Let me know what pairs we're trying to trade. Not gonna do that. Look at EU. This is EU, bro. Gold's gone crazy recently. Yeah, move to the upside just as we'd want, bro. Just as we'd want. Price reacting off the 1 hour on GU. Oh, mate, my hair's bare fucking getting in my way. Let's put a hat on. No distractions, chat. No distractions. We're locked in. We're locked in, boys. Yeah, I mean, we can see this 15-minute fair value gap here. We are inverting it. And now rejecting off. So we can look for some reasons to sell. It's just overall we are looking at buys. So we would only be selling to then buy. I'd only be really selling to here. I wouldn't want to sell all the way to the Asia low. Normally we sell down to that Asia low. Wouldn't really want to do that in this scenario. Appreciate the likes, boys. Appreciate the likes. Everyone keep running it up, boys. Everyone keep running this live up. And again with GU, you can see we've got that that inverted fair value gap. Interestingly, you can see that GU is quite a lot weaker than EU. Oh, mate, I need to stick this fucking mat down. This mat, you need to put water on it for it to like stick properly, bruv. Yeah. You've got to like fucking put water over it and then stick it down, or it'll just move about. It's so annoying. Sweet. Sweet. EU shorts, GU sell. Yeah, most people's looking at EU and GU sells right now. Let's see what you're coming off of. That fair value gap on the 1 hour, the CRT on the 1 hour. It does look decent. I'd only really be selling to buy though, to be honest. Like just looking at the order flow on the higher time frame, we've got nothing really that's telling us we're coming down. We've taken this low. You can see we took that low, so we had that first move up, and then we had this little bit of consolidation where we swept the Asia low, which was the catalyst for it to move up again. And now we've just had that most recent like big distribution was from this low to this high. Oh, get rid of that. Was from this low to this high. So you can see this is really the phase of the market that we're interested in first and foremost. So from this low to this high. So, and obviously we're in an uptrend. So in terms of internal order block, external high. So we filled our 1 hour imbalance and our order block, the one that actually really matters. So now we should really just rally up into that high. A lot of people saying rather that we've filled this imbalance, which is true. But if we really look at things from internal external to get a higher time frame perspective, it's going to be a lot better because there's always gaps, right? There's always going to be gaps. Not saying that it's not a valid fair value gap, like it's nice, but in terms of the actual trend, right, we can see the trend is to the upside, and the internal we've filled is this bullish imbalance rather than this bearish. Remember, in order for this bearish imbalance to be the imbalance that price is aiming for, it would mean, right, that we have most recently taken external. Right, we know it would have to most recently take external. You got to think, in order for price to go like that, what have we just broken here? There's nothing this equivalent. I mean, you could say we've broken this low, so we've broken that low, so then internal and then external, potentially. But to me, that just looks more like a retracement, right? Like even if I draw it on balance filled, move down, even that looks like a retracement, just deeper into this order block to then buy. So in my opinion, I'd really be first and foremost be looking at buyers. People spamming my chat with EU though. EU, bro, check it. What pair is this? This is Euro USD. Sorry, this is GU, bro. GBP USD. I've actually got to change my settings low key now, because I'm on TikTok. Actually, yes, calm. You lot can see that anyway. All right, cool. What you saying, Steve? How you doing, bro? What you saying, John? What you saying, Jesse? Axel, how you doing? Ralph, what you doing? Mehmet? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Yes, Steve, what you saying? EU shorts, GU sell, DXY outlook. What is that indicator you pulled up just now? The one with the show. This indicator is called higher time frame candles. ICT higher time frame candles by Faddy. It just draws them out. So these are like the most recent 4-hour candles, basically. So it makes it a bit easier to see the distribution and stuff like that. But yeah, boys, if you're wondering what pair it is, it does say in the bottom right there. You should be able to see it there, EU. Analytics of hopes and dreams. If that's what you think, Jelly, mate. If you wanna be a hater, bro, then be my guest, man. I'm not gonna stop you, bro. Your own negative energy you're putting out, it's just gonna come back on yourself, bro. It will not come back to me. I'm just here trying to help all my viewers, trying to make the markets easier to understand for new participants. Yeah, man, if you want to hate, bro, it's Monday morning, very early. I think it says a lot more about you than it does any of us in here. He's pointing with his finger. Oh, my days. Oh, yeah. No, I thought I was talking. No, because I thought I was talking to the live, innit? I'm on TikTok live as well. Because we swept Asia highs. Wait, 2 secs. I'm in EUGU sales. Fair play. I mean, I do understand that we've had them sales, but we haven't really, as I said, boys, it's just understanding internal and external liquidity. What is price actually seeking out? Everyone who's requesting me, boys, I'll get some people in this live a bit later. What's YouTube chat saying? Morning, Randy, what you saying? Bro, look at the 4-hour, we have bearish CRT. Yeah, we do have nice CRT on EU. I don't think, yeah, GU as well, to be fair. So yeah, that might play out. It might potentially play out. I don't think it will, but we'll see. Because the reason I don't think it'll play out is because if we look at the DXY, and remember, bear in mind DXY has done pretty similar things to what EU and GU's been doing. You can see most recently tapped into that order block, make that a bit brighter now. It's came through. Tapped into our order block there. Then we've had that sell-off. Oh, why has it gone from like invisible to fucking like... What brightness is that? Oh, 1. Alright. So yeah, we come off of that, and you can see now what we've most recently done. If you look at this big distribution leg, so this one here, which is obviously the one that completed the CRT, we want to see what in this leg would price want to revisit. What in this leg would price potentially want to come back to, and for what reason? In my opinion, the only thing price would want to come back to would be this fair value gap in order to fill the untapped orders, fill the imbalance rather, and then continue down to this low. So that is why I wouldn't really be considering EU or GU's CRT. It's a good spot and it could definitely come through, but it just doesn't really fit everything else we're looking for. So yeah, that's why I'd more just see the market as filling this imbalance and moving higher. So just filling that imbalance there and moving higher. Actually, I might even draw it on, just going to make it a bit lighter so I don't get in our way, chat. Let's make it 5. How was everyone's weekend though, man? Did anyone do anything fun over their weekend, or was it a chilled one? Let me know what people are saying, boys. Let's go down into 15. What's this? Yeah. So yeah, mainly I'll be looking for buyers once we come down into this area, into this order block. EG as well has now inverted this at the DTO, so I feel like we're definitely going to be rallying higher now. Looking at the 4 hours, interesting on EG, because we do have that CRT to the upside. I mean to the downside. But really on this time frame, we're just showing buy. I'll show you the 8 hour first actually. So looking at the 8 hour, we've got this big candle here, this big news candle, and then you want to look for your manipulation. So you can see, we've got this is candle 1 and this is candle 2. You see candle 2 opened. So if you look where it opened here, opened, rallied up to take the high out of that candle, so rallied up, then back down, and then closed here. All right, closed there. So basically what that did was manipulate this candle's high. You can see how it took the high, but then closed back within. That is called CRT, and we normally want price to continue down to the opposite candle's low. So if we take the candle's high, we want to trade to the candle's low. If we take the candle's low, we try and trade the candle's high. So that's essentially just a reversal. Looking at this though, what we was talking about was the CRT on the 4 hour. Well, this one has actually been confirmed. What we're sort of seeing now, in my opinion, is just price accumulating. Similarly, if you look at EU during this distribution, I think it was GU actually. Yeah, it was GU. So if you look at GU during this distribution, even on the 1 hour time frame, so you can see here we had that just a period of consolidation where nothing really happened, but then we just swept these lows. Swept those lows, those Asia lows, and then that was the catalyst to move forward. So that's sort of what I'm seeing here. Where there's not really anything to the left like majorly for it to fill and then move down. It's more just having that accumulation, manipulating, taking out the highs, and then having that sell-off down. So yeah, I'd potentially be buying obviously up to here, but this is going to be like a pip away at this point. Probably like half a fucking pip away, 1.5 pips. Yeah, you can see 1.2 pips. So really, you should try and aim for up here. And that I think is the most likely thing in EG. I do think we're going to be continuing down. Remember, the higher time frame is always your key. But I think we're going to have that rally up, take out them highs, and then have that sell-off. So that's what I think we're going to be seeing in EJ. What we saying on YouTube, boys? Everyone, if you're watching on YouTube, double tap the stream, man. Everyone share the stream out. We've got 110 man in here. Let's get 200 man in this YouTube live ASAP, boys. How many man we got on TikTok? We've got 78 man on TikTok, boys. Let's get. This is not EU, bro. This is EG. Let's get 100 man in this TikTok, boys. We've got 110 on YouTube, 80 on TikTok. Just under 200 man in this community right now. GE to DTO. That's what I'm looking for, bro. That's what I'm looking for. In terms of lower time frame for longs, I mean, it's going to be that inversion, man. Clean inversion. You can see price just rejecting that. So yeah, what I would be looking for would be this from there. Bear in mind, boys, you need to have a 4 pip stop loss on EG anyway. You can't really have anything less than that because of spreads and whatnot. It's just going to be not worth it. So I would be looking for something like that. Again, you can enter off the order block, but it doesn't really matter because we need a 4 pip stop loss. We may as well just have a better entry and have our stop loss where we actually want it. What's DTO? DTO's daily true open, bro. I was wrong. What was that about, ZX? If I missed any comments, people, just put them in again. GJ will drop this week. Fair play. Fair play. Played football tournament in Sandwich and lost 1-0 in the final. Oh, unlucky, mate. Was that all decent age groups? Because I know you've had a few young bods, didn't you? Tried to play it off as the old senior football or whatever you call it. To be fair, weather was actually. I would not have liked to play football in the weather yesterday. It was far too hot for me yesterday. It was a decent day just chilling about, but you know them days where it's just muggy outside, and then but it's just, you do not want to be playing a sport like football. You get so hot. But yeah, fair play to get into the final, bruv. Cause you said you went to Ipswich, was saying sorry to hear that as a joke. Oh wait, that wasn't to me. I'm assuming. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Yeah, you can see. Fucking hell. You can see how we just tapped into this order block. So you always want to track order flow. If you're tracking order flow, you can see where it's going to be disrespected. So even here, you may not think it's important marking up these things, but it always is, boys. We've got market structure is perfect here. We've got low, high, internal, external. So what we should see is price. So remember, we lastly took external. So remember, chat, this is from more from my YouTube. Good morning, first time here. Are you here every day? Every day, brother. I'm also live on YouTube as well, if you do want to get out my YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. Live on the YouTube. Let me actually sort this out. So it says... Two six chat. I'm just putting my links on the screen so you can join the com and all that, and so you can see the chart properly. Okay, this shit needs to go to the right, middle right. Bear with me, boys. Sorry about this. Yeah, let me know any other pairs we're looking for, because a lot of you man in the chat were saying EUGU sells, and whew, they got absolutely cooked, boys. So there you go, boys. Now you can see that's my YouTube, what we're live on, Discord community. Date, obviously, if you don't know the fucking date, you're a bit of an idiot. But the date and also the pair and the time frame. No joke, I worked 14 hours Saturday and Sunday. Please make me profitable. Yeah, that is tough, man. That is tough, though. Big up everyone getting it done, man. Grafting on the weekends. Getting that step forward. Getting that ahead of everyone else. Remember, boys, just focus on these charts and it will be no more. It'll only be temporary. Everything you're doing will just be temporary. You in a G you buy? No, bro. We're just basically seeing order flow right now. So basically just looking at what price is reacting off of and what we're doing. Main thing we're interested in is internal, external. For those of you that don't know, this is internal and external essentially. External liquidity are lows and highs. So that's our external liquidity, external. All of that's our external liquidity. And our internal liquidity is fair value gaps and order blocks. So fair value gap, internal, right? So we've got internal, right? So what we're seeing is, what we see in the market is price will go from one to the other. So you can see here even, we filled internal, price filled the internal, then it came down and took external liquidity, right? After it took external liquidity, came up and filled internal liquidity again. After it filled internal liquidity, it came down and took external liquidity again. You can see. So now, where we've most recently taken external, we should come up and fill our internal again. And then come down and take our external liquidity again. And that's basically how you see trends form. So this is essentially what I'm looking at now. I'm just tracking the order flow, where we're going, what we're moving off of. So we can see, right, here we've got our low. You might find this a bit difficult to do first of all, but once you get used to analysing, boys, it becomes really easy. We've got the swing low and we've got the swing high with our internal price comes off of our internal liquidity. Sorry, it comes off of our internal liquidity and takes our external high, right? So that's what we most recently did, is take an external high. Now we've got the leg of here to here. And that's the one, actually, sorry, my bad, not because we did break that high. So our leg now is from there to there. So that's our range. So our range is from here. That's our external. We've got our external. This isn't gold, bro. It says in the, okay, it doesn't say in the bottom right. This is GU, bro. I can have a look at gold, though. Just let me know your bias in the chat. Yeah, we've got low, high, and then our internal liquidity being this fair value gap. So we should really, in a bullish market, boys, fill our internal fair value gap and move to our external high. No reason why we shouldn't be doing that. So if we don't do that, it tells us that there is potentially a reversal coming. This is why it's important that you pay attention to these on the 5 minute and 15 minute specifically. So there you can see that there. You can see EU's a bit faster off the mark. We do want to have a look at DXY as well, because remember EG went a bit crazy, which is the reason why you can see EU's just way higher than GU. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we tap into this and move, or if we don't. So really, there's no reason, boys. What we're doing right now is we're just making sure that this move does happen, because there's no reason why it shouldn't, right? And that's a lot of the time what it is in the market, boys, is what should happen in order, if the trend continues and everything continues as normal, and pretty much you'd say nothing happens, well, like, where should price go? So if it doesn't do that, it's a confirmation for you. There's been an SMT on EU and GU. I wouldn't really say SMT. You'd call it maybe a volume imbalance, or a SMT in terms of the momentum. But in terms of the market structure, we've got both pairs making a higher high. So that's not really what we'd call SMT. You can see lower high, higher high. EU, lower high, higher high. I know GU's is a lot higher. EU's is a lot higher, but still the point still stands. It is still higher. So need a higher high. Wow, yeah. When you type in higher high, Alicia, I don't know if I just click. I don't even know. Yeah, probably don't refer to it like that. That does tend to mean something else. It's Alfie, bro. Which Alfie is it? What, AB? Yeah, HH means something crazy. If you man didn't know. You don't know me. Oh, say nothing. You said it's Alfie. I thought it was an Alfie. I know. I've been winning a lot. I'm missing out some sinkers since learning it. Yeah, this is what I watched. Yeah, I watched that too. Very good. Yeah, nice. Yeah, learning CRT and internal external from these labs has helped me massively. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Internal external and CRT, once you've got that down, it's really easy. What lot size should I be using on? All right, Felix, is what you want to do, bro. You don't want to be using a set lot size. Come to my website here. You see, it's richesse-fx.com, and we've got a free tool here for you. It's just what you need, mate. So richesse-fx.com. I don't want to take it out of the stand, but it's that. And if you come over to our website here, you can watch my YouTube videos or whatever. Just go over to the right and you see this calculator here. You want to click that calculator. What that's going to do is it is going to bring up a lot size calculator, and then you can risk exactly how much you want. So you said you're on a $300 account, so you change this to $300. You have your stop loss in pips, however many it is. So let's say, for example, we're not going to, but let's say we're selling from here. And you can see this one is 9 pips, right? 9 pip stop loss. You can see 9 pip stop loss, or 8.9. Let's make it 9. 9 pip stop loss. So what we'd do is we'd go, all right, what pair is it? It is GU. So we'd go GBP USD. And then we'd go 300 account size. Stop loss was 9. Bomb. And then you basically put how much you want to risk. So this is the part where you change it. Right, this is the part where you change depending on what you want. So you basically said you're on a $300 account. What lot size should I be using? Well, how much do you want to risk monetarily on each trade? I would say on a personal account like that, you want to be risking probably 5% of your account per trade. So I would put in here risk 5%, and then you click calculate, and then essentially you put 0.167 lots in order to risk $15, which is 5% of your account. But yeah, that's on the website there, boys, richesse-fx.com. You can read about the mentorship there as well, boys, and whatnot. Yeah, any other pairs we're looking at, chat, let me know. Are we all waiting for EU and GU? I wouldn't risk any more than 5%, no, especially if it's just starting. Yeah, that's true. It depends your trade frequency. I mean, with us, we only tend to enter 2-3 trades a week at the max. Mic is low. Yeah, my mic, is my mic low, chat? Can you hear it, or is it low? I'll be honest, I can't actually, if I go on properties, it's turned up to the max. It is turned up to the max. I can't do anything else, boys. I've literally muted everything else and turned up my mic to the max, so maybe the mic's just stiff. Maybe I need like a rapper mic or something, properly spit bars with. Yeah, I got a new, no, I'm joking. Did not have a new tune. Who in here makes music? I know someone in here's got to. Your mic's calm. Yeah, no, I'm on YouTube live, bro, so I'm using this mic, innit? For those of you that want to see my whole screen, as you can see, full screen, full face cam, whatever, Richesse Effects on YouTube, boys. We've got about, yeah, we've got 120 men in here. Sound changed when you moved your phone. Oh. I've moved the mic closer to me now, anyway. Yeah, there's the Discord there, boys. Make sure you get in. Best Discord in the UK. If you're in this live on TikTok, boys, and you're a trader, I promise you, this is not even me gassing it. This is hand on heart, honest. That we have the best Discord in the UK. The most active, most active Discord. Sorry, most active Discord of people that actually trade in the UK. There's no other bigger Discord, no other bigger or more active Discord of people that actually trade. Not like, I'm sure you can go on HS's Telegram and see 20,000 people. Do you know what I mean? In buy gold, sell gold. But if we're talking about an actual community of traders in the UK trying to actually like trade seriously in it. It's just, yeah, bro, yeah, low key. Right, I do vouch for the Discord. Appreciate that app. Yeah, hey, that's the thing with that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Who's seeing with Louis Theroux, bro? Right, that 4-hour high has been completed now. I do want to get rid of that indicator just quickly. Richesse, could you please drop me a message? Yeah, no worries, bro. If you want, message me on Instagram as well, bro. It's probably easier. Instagram or Discord's easier. My YouTube's Richesse Effects, same as my Instagram. Be careful, boys. When you join the Discord, only message me through, like, I won't DM you first, and I'll never take dough in crypto, innit? So if anyone's messaging you like that, I will never take dough in crypto. I will never take dough in crypto off you. Never, ever, ever. So, and if I do, then I'll like jump on a call with you so you actually know it's me. How do I learn internal and external analysis? All right, I've got a free YouTube video. Obviously, I teach it heavily in my mentorship. But if you go to my YouTube, trying to see, yeah, you chat. Let me know any other pairs you want me to look at, and we'll get looking. Yeah, so I did have a video on that. Look at who is this, bro? Oh, he's only got 2 views. I thought he was had more views than me. I was gonna say, bro, how? Yeah, if you go on my videos, you want to go to, yeah, how to predict the Forex market. So the market only ever does 2 things. This is the video you want to watch. Pretty entertaining as well, guys. I actually did my best to edit this, so check that out, guys. Check that out. Literally check that vid out. But yeah, that's all about internal, external liquidity and all the rest of it. So yeah, pretty funny video. I mean, yeah, go watch it. How to predict the Forex market. It's on my YouTube channel. There you go. Oh. Go check that out. And I've had a haircut since then. Alright, AUD, EU. Right, most people easy strategy for long on EU. Yeah, most people's looking at EU. What are we looking at on EU? Chat, let me know. Everyone, actually. Let me do a poll on TikTok. Right, if you're bullish on EU, GU, then smiley face, sad face if you're bearish. On TikTok, on YouTube, 1 if you're bullish, 2 if you're bearish. Alright, quick poll. Smiley face if you're bullish, sad face if you're bearish. YouTube, 1 if you're bullish, 2 if you're bearish. And I'm talking about during this session. You got to actually click the emoji at the bottom, boys, or it don't register as a vote. Mini gets signed to the Discord for you. Right, let's have a look at AUD USD because someone did say that. Ali's looking at EU. I was bearish, but I got stopped. Yeah, unlucky, bro. Bullish. Yeah, most people's bullish. Yeah, vast majority of people are looking at longs on this. Yeah, we are seeing obviously that fair value gap there and that fair value gap there. So we will see how it does. We will see how it does. We will see. Yeah, majority of the chat is saying bullish. To be fair, TikTok is kind of torn. I'm not going to lie. Watch for that higher time frame reversal. Right, it's this funny again. Chase peas for a living. Gee, you've been coming on my live for years, bro. For years with that tape PFP. Grow up, kid. Sorry to ask because I joined late, but is GU a seller buy? I'm personally looking at buys, bro. Oh yeah, by the way, chat, see this Chase Peas for a living. This guy's been coming on my live for like over a year. This guy's been coming on my live for over a year, and I've humbled him like 5 times, so he just bare hates on me. For years, he's crazy. This is my second time joining. Chat, this is not his second time joining. This guy literally lives for me, mate. This guy lives for me. He's on every single live, comments on every live, begs it. DMs me, trying to beg it off me. DMs me on Discord, DMs me on Instagram, DMs me on every social media. Chat, this person here, just warn, if you have children, just warn them, do not be like this. Do not be like this. This guy wasted, man, let's show proof. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, bro. Yeah, you're laughing, you're so triggered, bro. I've just triggered you in front of everyone in one comment. Look how triggered he is, chat. You know when someone puts that many ha-ha-has, they don't find it funny, innit? Just know that. If someone puts more than 3 ha-ha-has, they don't find it funny, they find it annoying. Facts. You just got terrored, lad. You just got terrored out the live, lad, and now you're getting booted. Hold that. Boys, honestly, people like that, I don't normally kick people like that, but he had to go. That guy is such a beg. It's a joke. Alright, yeah, most people are bullish, though, on EU. It'll be interesting to see if we invert this, if we can close below. Let's look at the DXY as well, because the DXY looks like it's the DXY obviously has had that inversion. Does it have one on the 15? No. Bro, he had to get held off, I can't lie. That guy's, oh, mate, he's such a hater. I don't understand people like that, boys. I really don't. It's 9 o'clock on a fucking Monday. If you don't like my videos or whatever, just don't watch. I know it's like a cliche that people say, but it's true. Why are you here over and over again if you find me annoying? He got so triggered as well. But yeah, it looks like we're closing above on this, so we could potentially have a rally. We'll mark out this hourly imbalance just to see that it has actually been filled. So we could potentially have a move. We're not counting on it, but we could potentially. Because bear in mind, we still haven't come below what we've been waiting for on the daily. Oh, sorry, with the weekly even. This weekly imbalance, right? We're still trading within it. We do have reason to believe we're going to come lower due to the monthly CRT. So I believe this monthly CRT is going to get. I'm a dip now. I'm gonna join the YouTube suite, bro. So yeah, with this CRT again, we've got this on the monthly, so we've got a pretty heavy target, this low. We should really just be trading down to this monthly low, this July month's low. As the month after that, August, manipulated, took the high, closed back within the range. So again, we should complete to the other side of the range. Second time joining your live. What are you saying, Ticker Hawk? See, look, chat, look. Look at this guy. Look at this guy, how triggered he is. Look. Lying to your viewers, secretary. It's the same guy I've just booted out. Look how triggered he is. How have you got rage baited by the person you're trying to rage bait, bro? Honestly, get good. Honestly, get good, lad. Get good, lad. You've been terrored out of TikTok Live and you're about to get terrored out of YouTube. CRT's a shambles. Oh, you're so good at rage baiting. Alright, yeah, so looks like we did invert this. Let's see. Again, if we're looking for sells, I would only really be selling down to this blue line here. This is our order block. So it'd only be a quick one. Literally a stop loss there. You're going to look for your entry on the inversions like there. Stop loss there. TP there. So it's going to be like a 2 to 1 is what we're going to be looking at. Look how triggered he is. Look how triggered he is, chat. Look how triggered he is. Look. You're like, look at him, bruv. Look at him. He's on my YouTube now. Look. Look at all them laughing faces. Look. Chat, have I said anything that funny? Have I said anything that funny? Have I said anything that funny, or is he triggered? I can't remember making a joke that warrants 6 rolling on the floor laughing faces. This guy's so triggered, it's funny. Yeah, trust me. He's not even desperate for attention. I've just proper triggered him, mate. Proper triggered. Look at him. look at him spamming the laughing. Oh, that is funny. I'm going to ignore him, no chat, because I know it does derail the live. Why trade no news Monday? Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you approach the market in the right way. What are you saying, fuel up? Edit, bruv. Tickled. Tickled Sam. Nice try at a YouTube channel, bro. I created this space to help beginner traders understand the stock market in a simple, honest way. Here, I shared the real... Bro's got a bio from ChatGPT. Nah. Bro's got a bio from ChatGPT, lad. You need to sign out, mate. You got your priorities. All types are wrong, ticker. I'm not even going to get onto you, bro. You've literally... Okay. Market been moving on. No news Mondays recently. Yeah, trust me. Trust me. I mean... It doesn't really affect the London session too much, because bear in mind with the London session, we're looking for manipulation. We're not looking for that big distribution move. We're looking for that manipulation. Similarly to how we had, this was a perfect one on GU last week, where we took the low, swept the low. Oh, sorry, can't really see. Yeah, you can see we've got the Asia session here. We swept the low, and then we had that rally up to the high. That is essentially the move that we look for. So it's a manipulation move. That doesn't really matter where the actual main move of the day is. Even this move here after taking the high, you could have tried to trade it down into that low. Right, it's just about the manipulation from this Asia range. We normally take the Asia low, rally up to the high. After we take the high, we'll have a big move again. But we're not really interested in the price of fish. And what I mean by that is we're not really interested in that big distribution move. Not gonna lie, bro. Your name's Muzamil and you've got like feminine like face filters on. It's a bit crazy, mate. Oh, please stop inviting me, bro. I'll join you in a bit, bro. I'll join you in a bit, bro. EU is going to daily OB. Mark my words. Yeah, look, oh, bro. Please stop, bro. Please, honestly, stop. Can't go live for more than 2 seconds. Bro, what? Stop inviting me to go live, mate. Stop. Stop inviting me, bro. Stop inviting me, mate. How do I get off of this? Stop, man. No, mate, I don't want to battle you. Bruv, just stop, innit? It's so annoying. Stop spamming me, bruv. Annoying guy. Spamming me with invite. I don't know why TikTok allow it. Can't see my screen. I've just got his name popping up over and over again. Richesse with the 45% win rate. Cold. Yeah, ticker, mate. This is how I know you don't actually trade, lad. I don't think the 45% win rate's bad. Bro claims a 90% win rate. Mate, you're just a weirdo, lad. I can tell you've got no friends, honestly, mate. Like, everyone in these chats get along, and you got people like that. Proper nut. Trust me, Paul, man. Like, honestly, everyone gets along, do you know what I mean? At least be civil. If you disagree, there's people in the comments that I disagree. They rage baiting you in the morning. Yeah, I know, but only because I've rage baited him, though. That's why he's still in there. And plus, he's making my comments go up. He doesn't realise, but he's done this before. He just makes my comments go up. He begs it every time. Every single time I'm live, he begs it. I don't think there's been a live he hasn't come in for like the last 2 years. Yeah, but we've inverted these boys, so looking at it now, who's going for shorts now? Who's going for shorts? The RR is just really not great. You'd have to really go off the top at least of this. We'll try it. I'll show you an 84% win rate, mate. It's fine, bro. Like, no one cares about you. It's fine, bro. You can send it to yourself. You can print it out and stick it on your wall, but we don't care, bro. I've joined your live twice. I'm like, all right, mate. Yeah. All right. That's why I kicked you out of TikTok and you straight away knew my YouTube after 2 seconds. Sure, mate. Sure, mate. Alright. Should we send Tickerhawk to a block party? Should we send him to the block party? Ticker, enjoy the block party, bro. Gonzo. Sorry about that. He was derailing the live. I had to get him out. Look how triggered he is, though. It's so funny. He's got to trigger them back. No one can rage bait me anymore. Come on. I only say because I feel bad for the people in it. Yeah, that's why when you joined, you started getting onto people. That's why when you joined, you said, Alfie, you're broke. Alfie, you don't make no bread. Yeah, you really care about people in this community. You really care, don't you? The first thing you said was, Alfie, you're broke. First thing I said was try to help Alfie with the chart he was analysing, mate. You know what I mean? Lou, would you be selling down to Asia Low now? You can potentially jump in sells, but I wouldn't say to Asia Low, bro. I wouldn't say to Asia Low. I wouldn't say to Asia Low. Yeah, people like that are scary, though. That guy, honestly, he's got an obsession with me. He's got an obsession, mate. Absolute obsession. If I was a woman, I'd actually be scared of people like that. HS clone, trust me. Lou, would you be selling that? You know, Tickhawk Sam 1-to-1. Yeah, he trades 1-to-1s anyway. He's DM'd me his charts before. He literally trades like 1-to-1, 0.5-to-1s, sometimes like 0.2-to-1s. The guy's a clown. You in GU sell right now, bro? Just marking out these so it's a bit easier to see what's going on. So there you can see that imbalance is filled. We had that big rejection. Does look cleaner on GU. We had that, obviously. Fill again, that rejection. I'm not going to lie, GU could potentially trade to the Asia low. We could potentially come to the Asia low. In order to do that, though, we do need EG to make a move. We do need EG to pick a side. Right now, we're sort of just consolidating after taking that high. We want to see if we are able to come back down, tap in, and then have that rally up. If we have that rally up, then the euro is obviously going to be a lot stronger, and the pound is going to be a lot weaker. So if you're looking at sells, the pound's obviously optimal for that. CRT stands for candle range theory, bro. I've got a sell limit at that, but I've just raised it 318. What's that for, bro? What pair is that, Paul? Yeah, sorry about that, geezer. I know he derails the live a bit. Sorry about that. Boys, on TikTok, everyone drop a like on the stream, man. Let's get 2K likes in here. Let's get 2K likes in here. Let's get 100 man in here. DTO means daily True Open, bro. It is the New York Open. So 5 a.m. for us is 12 o'clock for New York. And that is where essentially the market is, you'd say, based. So essentially, if you wanted to tell an algorithm to buy low and sell high, it doesn't know what that means because low is just a word and high is just a word. But if you draw on the daily True Open, then you can say anything below the daily opening price is discount, so it should be bought. Anything above should be sold. So essentially, it's a premium and discount, boys. Above is premium, below is discount, and then act accordingly. Doesn't New York open at 2:30? Nah, bro. So we're talking about the day, the start of the day. So the 12 o'clock, basically. So 12 o'clock midnight for New York. Because again, that's just an algorithmic reference point. If you had to say to an algorithm, buy low, how is it meant to know what low means? How is it meant to know? It's never going to be able to know. So I want to see if we can have that retracement back up. I don't think DXY is going to come all the way up to that Asia high, but I do think we're going to potentially come into this order block here that we had on the hourly, and maybe even this one on the lower time frame on the 15-minute, which is in line with the daily True Open. So that's why I say we do need EG to make its move in order for EU or GU to TP. Because if we're selling it to the Asia low, we do need EG to help us along the way. So yeah, analysing EG is gonna help you. Again, I would initially think that the euro is going to be the stronger of the two. Until we take that higher, then I'd be bearish. No news Monday, bro. Yeah. Would you not look for sell on GU 1 hour FVG 5-minute break structure once it comes into it? Yeah, bro. That's literally exactly what we're looking for, bro. Got stopped by a pip on GU earlier. Vex me. How on earth did you get stopped by a pip? That is so unlucky, bro. That is unlucky. I'm assuming it's literally that high. Yeah, that is unlucky, bro. It's unlucky. It's one of them things, V. You can't really do much to avoid that, mate. You're doing the right things. You continue to do the right things, and it will play out. That's what I say a lot, man. I took an annoying loss, mate. EU last week, chat. Boys, how annoying was EU last week? We literally called it. Oh, mate. It was frustrating, man. That was a test of psychology. I got EU analysis right to the literal, to the pip, boys. Like, honestly, we caught all 150 pips. The whole week, we knew exactly what was happening. I said, we're filling this. We're going to rally down, fill this, and then rally up to that high. That's what we're doing. We had the CRT there. We knew we was going to move down initially, which we did, and then we knew we was going to move all the way up. So that whole move up, that initial move there, and even like the entry point we got bang on, was this order block there, and then you can see we rallied up. Yeah, I took a loss though on the pair last week. I got into the buy here, and then we actually swept one more time and bought here. So yeah, it was a very tight, like my stop, it was like buy and then stop loss was like here. So the RR was like a 10-1, probably more. All I would have had to done is move the entry down literally a few pips, and it would have been a 10-1. But that's the name of that's the game we play, boys. It's the game we play. But yeah, last week was a tough one to take. We got the bias absolutely spot on to the T, to the absolute T, and then didn't manage to get. Yeah, I got stopped on G buyers. Fair play. He was a bitch. Yeah, trust me. You think it went Asia low? Depends, bro. We need EG to help out. We need EG to help out. You got a limit on the 5-minute IFG on EU. Fair play, YK. Fair play. Don't think it will go to Asia lows to GGs. Fair play, mate. We'll go for EU shorts if we get confirmation. Worth a try. Would be wiser to wait for last Friday high to be swept. Yeah, I mean, just where it's a Monday, man, it is just a bit risky. If you was getting in on EU, any other pairs you want me to look at, boys, let me know. But if you was getting in on EU, So you want to have your stop loss on the high there, 6.4. You want to have your entry on the 50% mark. And then your TP. You can actually have a 3-to-1 on this low. So this is a lot better. EU's a lot nicer for the entry, but that probably means that it's less likely to actually hit TP. Whereas GU, I'm actually going to send both of these in. Yeah, this is definitely a risky one, boys. Definitely a risky one. It just takes too much of a degree of prediction, in my opinion. Can you look at GBP, JPY? No worries. Anyone looking at JPY pairs? No one's trading JPY pairs. Quarter 20 RR on EU last week after getting L'd all week. Yeah, that is nice, Harmony. 20R was lovely. That was the one with hunting. I was telling the chat, mate. I was telling you the 20R, the 10R, the 20R's coming this week, and it did come. It was just that last little manipulation before the entry, man. It was a proper bastard. But anyway, yeah, GJ is doing exactly again what we want to see. See, we took that high, that external high, from that internal 4-hour order block up to that external high, and then also the CRT. I believe that's daily CRT, or is it weekly? Yeah, weekly CRT again. You can see candle swept the low and then closed back within the range. So you want all the other candles to then complete the other side, which is here, which we did. So yeah, really we'd just be bullish on this pair, to be quite honest with you. Looks like we're filling a decent amount of this imbalance. You would ideally want the whole imbalance to be filled. So you would want us to go for one more sweep potentially. So I think that's what we could see. We have got some very minor 15-minute imbalance here. We can just about see. Just about there. Let me get rid of the 50%. Just about there. So I think we could potentially go for one more grab on EG and then, oh sorry, GJ, and then have that move. So yeah, potentially looking for a move down, and then that last little grab just to take out all of these early buyers. So there's going to be liquidity there. Want price to come down, stop them out, tap into our order block there, and then start that upwards move. So that's mainly what I'll be looking for on GJ. G coming closer to entry. Nice. Our target previous day high, but there is SMT for a sell. What's that on? What's that on, bro? What's that on? G coming close to my entry. Looking to short. Fair play, VGOC down to Asia low. Fair play. From the 5 minute or above. Okay, these lot are talking to each other. Let me quickly update the Discord. So updating the group, boys, as usual. If you want updates, boys, get in the Discord. You get these charts sent to you. Get these. There you go. Everyone drop a like on the stream, boys. Just get 50 likes in here. We've got 106 man watching. Let's get some more in here. Let's get some more man on the YouTube, more man on the TikTok as well. Everyone double tap the screen. Let's get a few K likes in here. Yeah, hopefully we can have that little retracement up, boys. EU looks like it's... Oh, wait, how many pips do we have to come up, chat? Alright, 7 pips we need to come up. And this one needs to come up. Again, 7 pips. The one I'd be definitely favouring would be EU, because EU's still in line with my bias. We've got this order block here, so we're still able to run down, have that manipulation move, but then not come any lower than I want us to come. Because I don't really want us to go all the way to the age low, to be honest. I don't really see that as what's going on. I can see there being a sell-off from this imbalance, because it's natural to have that. But in terms of the 4 hour, as we said, the internal external for me is bullish, if I'm honest. It's bullish. Filled that imbalance, rallying up to the high. So we should really take out the high, in my opinion. But we're just, if you go on the 1 hour again, going to come into that order block here. And then rebalance that big leg we've had this morning. Chat, what do you think about my face cam being here? Do you think it's better? Or should I put it back to where it normally is? Your IFVG sits on bearish order block too. Yeah, nice. Let's go on the 1 hour and check that. Yeah, nice. Nice 1 hour bearish order block there. How comes 11 AM for JPY pairs? Yeah, just because the Asia session doesn't tend to accumulate as much. So the London session typically got a lot more to manipulate. So if we go on EU, GU, for example, you can see GU, the Asia range from the low to the high is 22.5 pips. On EU, it's probably the exact same. Yeah, well, 16 pips. So between, you can see it's 15 and 25 pips is what this one is. But if we look at UJ, for example, the Asia range was 57 pips. GJ, the Asia range was 54 pips. Where's EJ? EJ's been deleted for some reason. No idea why that's happened. Shouldn't have happened. Let's put EJ back on there. EJ. Again, 55 pip range. So very, very different pairs. Again, you can see that external has now been completed. So again, got that bias absolutely spot on. At the daily imbalance, wanted to come to our daily imbalance all the way up to this high, which is exactly what we did. Mainly just the yen basket that we called, boys. Mainly just the yen basket. Yeah, we've got everything spot on this for the last, I don't even know how long, boys, but I'm not gonna lie, chat. If you're fading the yen basket analysis from Richesse, you're crazy. Like, it's insane. It's fucking insane, boys. We've caught like fucking about 300 pips on this. Anyway, yeah, so we've still got this load to come into on the yen basket. We've got CRT at this high where we took the high and closed back within the range, so we should reverse this candle's range now. Also have an imbalance which we filled, so that's our internal of this range. It's our internal, so we should come down to the external now. So again, we've got two reasons to come down to this low here. We also had CRT within, which is another thing that we caught, which you see we took out the high, closed back within the range, so we should trade down into the low, which we did, which has now been completed. So now going down onto the daily, you can see we had this candle was manipulated here. We see after the weekly CRT was completed, that initial one, you can see we completed it, and then the daily candle took out the low and then closed back within. So again, manipulating it via CRT. So we knew we should trade up into this high, which is exactly what we did. And then just above this high, we had this imbalance here, this internal imbalance. So we knew really was going to rally up, take this high, trade into our imbalance, and then come down again and take external, which again is exactly what we did on the 4 hour. You can see filled and then completely rejected, taking out that low, which is exactly what we want again, chat, exactly what we want. So right now, all we're doing is we're just refilling this in order to come down to the weekly. So we've got this imbalance here from that most recent distribution, filling it, and then we should, again, continue down. So UJ, GJ, EJ, all these pairs, we're looking for the same thing. We're looking to fill these imbalances and then looking for buyers up to the high, or the opposite, obviously, because it's not a correlating pair. Nearly the end of this 4-hour candle. Nearly the end of this 4-hour candle. We're holding above that bullish order block on EU. Not sure how sells would be valid. Yeah, not too sure what you mean by holding above it, bro, but yeah, I wouldn't be looking to sell to the Asia low. It just, in my opinion, I'd only really be looking to sell in order to buy. That will get tapped in before 10. Yeah, we've only got about 9 minutes left, so it's going to be difficult. If I don't know anything, you're talking about how I learn all the terminology from scratch. Yeah, bro, so I've got, if you go to my Discord, bro, I've got a lot of free stuff on my Discord, a lot of free stuff, so let me quickly show you. My Discord's on the right there, discord.gg/RichesseFX. Someone comment it in the comments if you can, boys. But yeah, so if you come over here to the Discord, when you join, you'll see the lobby, the free chat, etc., etc. Come down here to free content. You can't really see that. Come down here to free content. You lot can't see this either. I've just realised. Yeah, you man on YouTube can't see that either. But yeah, if you come down here to free content, you've got ground zero. This is if you're a complete beginner. This is ground zero. So this is literally what you trade, like what to trade, how to trade, like literally. So like this basically tells you what trading is, a load of information about it, how to trade, and then this one is pips, lot sizes, and spreads. So this one's going to teach you about what is a pip, what is a lot size, what is spreads, etc., etc. This one is how to trade. So this is basically your correlating pairs. So what are the sessions, what are the correlations, everything like that. So yeah, 3 episodes just going to teach you the absolute basics. And then next after that, you've got the psychology section for free, which you can see. There's loads of videos on psychology. So for example, if you're losing trades, watch this. How I'll trade differently if I start with $0. And you've got fundamentals. So this is going to teach you about how the market actually works in reality. So for example, Fed are cutting rates here. To be fair, boys, there's just loads on my YouTube in it. But again, this one case study. So how to trade London session. $2,700 in London session. 10-minute trading plan. Past 3 funded accounts this week. The best London trading strategy. Find daily bias in 30 seconds. 8 grand in 14 days trading time. Traded how to trade every London session this week. So yeah, just go to my YouTube, boys, and there's like so much stuff on there. YouTube Richesse FX at the side. Drop a sub to that. I'm live on there right now. I'm live on there every day as well. So make sure you get at that, people. Make sure you're getting at that. Price coming slightly short of where we wanted it to go, and then just running right now, which is low-key annoying. Low-key annoying. I've got 15 minutes till it hits entry, so it doesn't look likely. Yeah, this looks like it might be running. Yo, bro, done the 2024 mentorship. It helped me so much. Nice, Morgs, bro. Now time to start that 2025, brother. But yeah, the 2024 mentorship. Once you watch that, bro, your knowledge is elite, man. Your knowledge is elite, for sure. Yeah, be careful. If you're just joining the Discord, boys, I won't DM you first. Be careful with everyone that's DMing you. I will not DM you first. The only way to reach me is through the Discord. If my name is on gold on the Discord, you'll see me. My name will be in gold. So if I go to the free chat here, come to the free chat here, I'm going to put yo. I've just put yo here, right? This is me. You've got to message me through here. My name's in gold. If not, then yeah, I don't know if you're going to get cooked. Yeah, this GU is definitely gone. To be fair though, V, you got to think you did already enter it anyway. You did already have one bite of the cherry, which didn't come off, unluckily. And that's the thing with trading. You stopped out by, I'm assuming you sold at this order or this something like this fair value gap. You got stopped out by probably about half a pip, yeah, 0.3 pips. So it's one of those, bro. You just got to take the L on the chin. If you carry on doing that every day, you'll inevitably be profitable. Like, you're not going to miss out. You're not going to get stopped out by 0.1 pips every day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, this one coming up again. Yeah, it's annoying. We did just about miss our entry. The directions is correct, though. No joke, I've completed all the mentorship stuff. I'm going through this stuff for the second time, which is better as I'm gathering knowledge and makes it more sense now. Yeah, sometimes it's better for the second time round because you know, like, the general idea of what you're learning and you can really focus on the specifics and the bit you don't understand. So if you're really going through it, fair play. You think it will come back up? Remains to be seen, to be fair, bro. Let's have a look at the DXY. The DXY should really be due a little come down. So yeah, I think we will. It's just the time on which we'd have it is the only thing. Yeah, who saw HS on Louis Theroux? Mate, Louis Theroux is... I think he's actually one of the GOATs, bro. I rate him. He's so good at his job, bro. Like, he's so good. He's one of them people you think you've got the dub over, and then he just has the absolute dub over you. Who's seen that, though, chat? How is gym going, Lou? Yeah, good, bro. Good. I can't lie, my area, the trains are all off all this week. One whole week. I normally get the train to the gym. So yeah, I'm probably just going to be doing home workouts, to be fair. But yeah, man, I've been enjoying it. I've been liking it. I've got a few man at the gym in it who watch my streams, bro. One of them's OG, bro. One of them's an OG. If you're in here, Mars, W Mars in the chat, OG chat. Someone at my gym who recognised me and all the rest of it. But bro, he's been watching since I had the office in Canary Wharf. He's been watching me for over a year and a half, like real G. Yeah, I seen on BBC News something about tubes. Wait, what's that? Something about tubes. What's that? What's that? About tubes. Okay, fuck that up, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, mine and it's only Monday. Yeah, that's it, man. And to be fair, V, the way we actually want the day to play out, this is going well because we can see the price sometimes on a Monday chat, and especially people in this chat's like, oh, no news Monday. A lot of the time, shit's just not really moving, right? We're not really reacting off anything. We're not mitigating. For example, we would just maybe consolidate in this fair value gap, not really do much until the next day. You can see it's nice that we are actually filling in balances and moving. There is a bit of momentum in the market, which is nice. So that means when Tuesday comes, we can sort of see what's going on. So already we can see Asia session or market open here, rallied up, filled the internal imbalance, and then rallied down. So what should we do next, chat? If we filled internal and we've rallied down, we should come to the external. So even if we don't get a trade for the London session, if the New York session comes and completes this, lovely, right? We got... Okay, she looks like an absolute salt, but I can't accept Natalie. I'm in the middle of something. Yeah, so if it comes down, continues and takes that low, then yeah, exactly our bias that we wanted has been completed, and that's a big dub. However, if it doesn't happen, it's arguably even better for us because if it does, we know it should come down to that. So if it doesn't, then we know, well, tomorrow's obviously going to be a reversal because we should internal come down to external. So if we don't, we know we're filling this 1 hour and we're actually going to have a reversal to trade higher up into this range. So that's why it's nice. You can see one of two things are going to happen. We are either going to have that continued sell-off, which confirms our bias was correct, or we are going to reject for our bias, not have this extra move down, and actually reverse, which gives us great context for Tuesday, for trading Tuesday. So either way, boys, nice. What pair are you looking at? It says in the bottom right, but this is the DXY, which is just the US dollar on its own. Yeah, it's coming down a bit now, though, so let's see if we can tap into this. Bear in mind, we do have a pretty decent leg in DXY to tap into. Did you get my DM on Discord about the funded? I'm not sure, Lloyd. I'll check my DMs after this, bro. I'll check my DMs after this, brother. If I missed any DMs, boys, I'll get back to it ASAP. Sometimes you just need more information this one of these days. Yeah, fair play, bro. Fair play. Now I'm talking about the London Underground. Why did you get rid of the office? Because we went to Thailand, bro, for about a year. I was just fed up with the weather and all that. Wanted to get away, man. So yeah, was away in Thailand for about a year, something like that. Just enjoying the sun, enjoying the life, relaxing, chilling, staying in villas, fucking infinity pools, brass. No, I'm joking. We weren't doing the brass father thing, but we was active. No, I'm talking about the London Underground tubes. Oh yeah, I don't. What was that? London Underground tubes. What did they say about that? Oh yeah. Yeah. Who saw the tennis yesterday as well? Great display from the lad. Alcaraz, absolute baller. Just left the gym. Someone said they can't remember the last time they listened to music because they're on this live, and it was so relatable. That is jokes, bro. And so we've got people in your gym as well watching. I'm saying, boys, the team's growing. Like, we seem like a small community right now because the trading game's small. Like, the people think like, oh, trading's blown up. In the UK, boys, trading has not blown up. We do not have one trader, one serious trader who's gone clear. Not one. That's what I am going to be, boys. That's what you need to realise. We haven't had a TJR. We've had, like, HS, but that's not a trader. We've had McGarry, Gunter, all this, but these aren't, like, traders. Like, traders. Not hating on their thing. They can do whatever they want. But we're people who actually trade, like traders, not just people that say they trade to make commission off brokers or anything like that. Like the game's very small right now in the UK. There's literally no big influencers for trading, and so many young people are trading right now. That's why we're going to be number one. OneFX just moved out to Dubai. Sick, bro. It is small. How dear was the place in Thailand? I was looking at a place on the same island and it was like over £1,000 a day. £1,000 a day is crazy, bro. I don't know what, like, nowhere should be £1,000 a day, bro. Even in London, if you're paying £1,000 a day, it's mad. I can name at least 3 real traders. What are you talking about, mate? Didn't say you couldn't. So we've had no one go clear like a TJR, mate. And plus, you probably couldn't name 3 real traders, but anyway. I digress. We're talking about going clear in the UK. Well, obviously, everyone can name 3 traders in the UK. Fucking hell. We're talking about a trader that's actually gone clear. I'm going to buy a trade. Fair play, bro. Just seen the DXY retrace a little bit. Was a proper villa, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I thought that was outrageous. Yeah, bro, £1,000 a night's crazy. If it's like a 7-bed villa, fair play. But anything less than, like, anything more than, like, I don't know. It depends how long you're getting it for as well. I was standing gaffs monthly, so I weren't paying no more than, like, 5 bags for an unreal dig. We've had barely any router traders that have made it to Koenigsegg level without rinsing affiliate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, LC. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Urimi. Nah, Urimi ain't blown at all, bro. Like, obviously, big him up. He does his thing, but he's not like, do you know what I mean? You wouldn't ask someone, oh, you know Urimi. Like, you could go to America and you could ask, like, someone who watches Nelt Boys or something and go, oh, you know TJR? Like, no. That's what I'm talking about going clear. Like, someone who's an established influencer, but their niche happens to be trading. Just like for, you know, Jinxie. Like, you know, what's the game he plays? Rainbow Six Siege. I mean like that. Like, obviously there's been people that have played Siege before or whatever, but he was the first influencer that their thing was Siege. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously there's been streamers that have played the game before, but that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, no, Urimi's, I respect him, obviously. Big up Urimi, but I'm talking like go clear. You know what I mean? Like TJR level. It's not even just TJR. Americans have got bears like that as well. They've got a good like 3, 4, 5 people like that. They just do the lifestyle thing better, don't they? Because like there's just way more lifestyle stuff to do out there. Everyone's just like crazy with money. Everyone's got more money out there as well. Like if you brought up in the UK, I'm not gonna lie, boys, was nerfed from birth, so we got our TGR blew up his big now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like clear like that, innit? We've got a lot of good guys in the UK. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't tell me Americans are better than us at trading. I know we've got some powerful guys. We just need someone to lead the way, cuz. Who was the rapper you was with in Thailand? Was with a few. Was with mainly Artan. Was with Bexy as well, a little bit. probably got about 200 million Spotify streams between them. This is what I'm saying, and this was about a year ago, probably a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago as well. I was in an office paying £5 a month. Like, I've been really doing this shit for years, boys. Really been active. Could flex way more than we do, boys, but there's no need for it. That's why I prefer to come on live, trade straight like you. As I said, bro, do you know, like, being with them people, if anyone else in this space was with, like, rappers of that level, there'd be videoing on everyone's face, videos on everyone's face. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm not... You man need to realise I'm not like that at all, bro. Like, we've got something to bring to the game, so we don't have to beg no one. Big them two up, though. Shout out Bexy, yeah, trust me, bro. You should get them on your stream, I remember watching. Yeah, bro. I think we did have Artan on a stream. We got him on a YouTube. Actually, no, recorded one of them. But yeah, I probably will, bro. If we go back out to Asia anytime soon, I'll definitely link up with them, get them on a stream or something. Let them know that people been wanting to see it. People been wanting to see it. But that's what I'm saying, chat. Any other person in this space would have done a million videos with them. A million videos, bro. You didn't see me do a single one, bro. Not a single one. That's what you got to realise about me and Mace. We are not begs in this game. We only chill with people that we actually like. The only reason we're chilling with them two was because they're actually sweet. We actually like them. Not because we can put a camera in their face and record them. Do you know what I mean? Artan is actually a trader. Yeah, he trades himself, bro. That's a big reason why we linked up as well. Will you look to have live capital to trade one day, bro? Yeah, definitely, Jesse. The thing is, though, if I'm being completely honest, chat, and this is just me being honest, like, it will get to a point where I'm going to have brokers like what TJR does. Like, a broker will give... You see how these people with a stake deal, they'll have like £1 million preloaded in a gambling account, and they'll just use that, and then the more it wins, the more, like it looks like they're winning, but they are winning, but it's not their money pretty much. It will get to the stage where brokers are saying that to me. They'll be going, oh, here's a 50k broker account, just trade that, and just show it on your stream and then get people on the broker. That's what people's going to start doing. So once people do that, once a good broker does that, then I'll probably do it. But for me right now, I'm really not trying to put 100 bags into a trading account, to be honest. I'm not trying to put 100 bags into an account, especially with all the funding I've got and all the funding that's out there. I'd rather just rank up that for now. But yeah, just being honest with you, man, innit? If a good, like, UK regulated broker, someone I actually respect and trust, hit me up and was like, yo, we got this account here, just trade it and affiliate, I'll do that. That's probably what I would do. But if you're asking more of a general question to you, man, stick with the fundeds, boys. Really do stick with the fundeds. At what point would you L off this GU limit? Really depends, bro. Depends how rigid you want to be it. You want to keep it. Either 10, which is already been, or 11. I personally think this one could run through to 11. But I'll be honest, bro, that's up to you. You know my trading time's till 10. I do, if you're asking me on a personal level, subjective level, I do think that we could still come up and run. But if you're asking me in terms of my trading plan will tell me, regardless of what I think now, my brain is always going to be wrong at times, and the data says to stop at 10, so I'm stopping at 10. Can you explain why you would want to short, please? Mainly because we've taken this Asia high, which is our time-based liquidity. Normally when we take this Asia high, we see the manipulation move to the opposite end, so to the Asia low. Also, on top of taking the Asia high, we've got an inversion fair value gap. So we've got fair value gap here, which has been disrespected. Bullish fair value gaps that have been disrespected. So IFVGs. We've also got bearish FVGs themselves, and we've also got a change of character. So 3 confirmations there. We've got FVG, IFVG, and MSS, or change of character, whatever you want to call it. They're the 3 confirmations after taking the high. Also tapped into this, or filled rather, this hourly imbalance. So we've got a few nice confluences. Don't get me wrong, my higher time frame bias is to the upside. So this is definitely not an A+ setup, but the fact we've got all 3 there, and we've got reasonable, what do you call it? Reasonable suspicion for a POI to be there. That's sometimes all you need, boys, is reasonable suspicion. That's something you're gonna have to work on as well. It took me a while to work on that, but yeah, the reasonable suspicion is very big. Like, we don't have to. For example, right, I would have ideally wanted us to have manipulated the low and then give buys. That would be my ideal trade. But you just got to have, like, reason enough to believe. So like this, I didn't actually want this to come into and be reacted. but it's reason enough. It's filled a hourly imbalance really well, and then had a CRT at the high. So it's reason enough to believe that we're going to sell off, even though it's not exactly what I wanted. And that's a big part of the ALG. To be fair, we are. But yeah, EG. Yeah, EG's tapping back in. Let's see what it does here. Obviously, I'm not entering EG. I've sort of given up trying to trade this pair for the time. I haven't given up. That's not true. But I've been standing off it. To be fair, I think the last 3 times I've traded this, I've took a loss. So I haven't traded it in like 2 months. In the same trade, bro. Lovely, bro. Is a million funded realistic across multiple accounts? Yeah, definitely, bro. What do you recommend? I recommend Alpha Capital Group, bro. So Alpha Capital Group, ACG. Use my code Richesse as well. You're going to get yourself a nice discount. You're going to get yourself 15% off or something like that. So use code Richesse. And you're going to get yourself a nice discount. Best prop firm in the UK. Once you've maxed out Richesse, then I'd recommend to go to FTMO. Once you've done FTMO, then go to the likes of Funding Pips and Essential. What are they called now? Quantecal, potentially. But yeah, so I'd go with Alpha Capital Group first, and then FTMO, then Funding Pips, then QT. I'd definitely go for ACG before FTMO, because FTMO is the hardest accounts to pass. So I'm going to be honest, if you're a beginner trader, you're going to be stuck on it for a while. That's what I did when I was a beginner as well. I was going FTMO, and it was just really difficult. And I ended up getting funded with Funding Talent first and foremost, and then oh my god, I don't even want to be rude. I'm not going to be rude. That guy literally looked like Mario, and his name was Mario. Oh, okay. I think that was an AI. Wow. He like it looked like he had like the hair of like Elastigirl, and then like the moustache of like an American like hillbilly. What's your trading method? I trade London manipulation, bro. We're on live every single day trading that as well. Isn't Alpha's a future? No, that's Alpha Futures, bro. We've got Alpha Capital Group, Sam. Alpha Capital Group is the Forex. Only if DXY stays bearish, then you can take that short. Exactly, bro. In the same trade, lovely. If I missed any comments, boys, just put them in again. Same for me, bro. Currently a quick short, but higher time frame longs for sure. Lovely. Got a lot of people getting similar analysis. Was a proper villa. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, thought that was outrageous. Lume Stu. Yeah, not gonna lie, Jesse, that's crazy. 5 bags. Wait, what did you say? £5 a night. No, I'll be real, boys. Nowhere in the world is worth £1 a night. Nowhere. Not a hotel or an Airbnb. You're joking, ain't you? £1 a night. Nowhere in the world is worth that, boys. I tell you that. I've stayed in a lot of places and nowhere's worth £1. Not one. What's your most profitable trade? We trade the same way every single day, bro. We don't alternate. Trade London manipulation every single day. We wait for the high to be swept, Asia high or low to be swept. Wait for our confirmation, and then trade it in the other direction. Simple as that, bro. Past 10 anyways, trust me. No worries, VGOC. If I missed any comments, just put them in again, bro. Worth putting 100 grand deposits or buy a prop firm? I'd say go with a prop firm, bro. Definitely go with a prop firm. As well with a prop firm, rather than putting that grand in and potentially blowing it, you don't have to. You could get a 50k account, right, which is like 250 quid or something like that. So you can get one, potentially fail it, get another one, fail it, another one, fail it, another one, and then pass. So you're gonna get number one. You're gonna get more profit once you do make profit. So if you make profit on a prop firm, it's gonna be more. The losses is gonna be less because you can't lose any more than you invest in the account. And you're also going to get more practice and more knowledge because you're able to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 challenges rather than just one account. And plus that one account, say that 1k account gets into like £200 drawdown, you're going to either, number one, fuck it off because you can't be bothered to trade it out of drawdown, or number two, take too high a risk to try and get it out of drawdown, which will cost you in the long term. No, like, what's the most you've ever made in one trade? Yeah, the most we ever really tend to make, we nearly had a 10-1 last week. But yeah, this year like an 8-1. You play the trade or only to show how the trade go? Wait, what? What do you mean, Pyro? No worries, repost king. Drop a repost. Drop a repost on the live. Your boy Ali. Is this Ali Kingston? Oh no, he's trying to do gifts. Mate, please, bro. Like, all these people on benefits, bro. Like, seriously. It's 10 o'clock, man. 10 o'clock, you're inviting me to battle. Oh, bruv. State of some people, honestly, man. What are you talking about, Sambo? No, we only got took down for like 3 days because I was rude to someone. Just got a 1 hour on GU and already out now. I can't like Albie. Yeah, you should always stick, man. You should always stick to it. You should always hold. I don't know why you would close out, bro. Bad psychology from you. I'm not gonna lie. Nice, you made some dough, but you should always hold that, bro. I don't know why I haven't done a trade yet. I have so much knowledge. Yeah, it's just not FOMO, bro. It's just you being scared. Remember, boys. Remember, it's better to lose than to not try. Better to lose than to not try. If you're someone that struggles with not trading or being scared of trading in life, and especially in trading, and I can break this down exactly why this is the case, it is better to lose than to not try. If you're a beginner, it is way better to lose than not try. Way better to lose than not try. If you know Ronaldo, right? Cristiano Ronaldo. You know when he's getting ready to take free kicks, he's practicing taking free kicks. Do you think if he's, I might miss this, I'm not even going to try it? No, bro. You got to try. You got to take trades. It's the only way you improve. You're rather off doing it as practice. Ronaldo's better off taking 10 free kicks as practice and hitting them all over the bar than not doing it at all because he's worried to miss in front of the cameras. He's better off missing 10 times because then he knows how to not miss and how to not sky it. You may trade and take 10 L's, but at least you now know how to not take them same L's. If you'd never tried, you're just not getting any progress. It's better to take an L than to not try, boys. Trust me. Check out trades bias. EG now came to where I think it will be bullish from. 1 hour CRT nearly completed, so close. Fair play, bro. Fair play, Albie. I entered with my TP almost likely to be there. Don't see price going to Asia too much as overall bullish on the day. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, bro. Fair play. Gonna follow you. Appreciate that repost. Appreciate that, bro. Everyone get in the Discord as well. The best Discord community in the UK, man. If you're not in the community and you're a trader in EU, you're washed, boys. Best community in the UK. Someone comment that in the chat if you can. Look at EU. Yeah, EU's just moving a bit difficult. You can see we're recently trading off of this breaker. You see what we're really reacting off of. That breaker block on EU and on GU, you can see we're coming off of this initial 5-minute inversion rather than that higher one. Could still come higher up to it though. We could still come higher. EU, if it does want to remain bearish, which it could potentially do, hopefully we can just fill this imbalance and move down. Hopefully we can just fill this imbalance and move down. So fill this and move down like that. And GU can actually come up and fill the imbalance we want it to. That will be nice. If EG keeps moving to the downside, then that is hopefully what we're going to see. Right, we need a little rally of how many pips? 6 pips to the upside. EU needs to fully fill this imbalance. Probably similar, maybe. Yeah, 3 pips. So between 3 and 6 pips we need. Lamar, bro, check his YouTube vids on your own time. He made 2.1 mil in 1 week trading. I'm a beginner. His methods been working for me. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Obviously, fair play, but I'm not going to check him out, am I? Actually, let me see him. Fuck it, we'll check him out. What's he called? What's he called? Trades by Sai. Yep, he's fake, bro. He's fake. Can tell he's fake already. Can tell he's fake. If you... Oh, come on, guys. Come on. You're trusting guys like this. Like, come on, man. Oh, yeah, what a surprise. He's got his broker partner. He's got his Telegram and his Instagram. No serious links there. No Discord, no Twitter. No serious links. He's got face tattoos all over himself. He's got iced out chains on. He wears his hat backwards. Come on, chat, man. Seriously, bro. Seriously, chat. When are you like gonna grow up, man? When you lot are going to grow up and smell the coffee, people like that do not trade, bro. People like that do not trade. Come on, man. You know what? Some people in the chat are telling me I'm wrong. So let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Let me give him the benefit of the doubt. Cool, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt in it. Because people are telling me... Oh, some people are telling me I'm wrong, so I might be wrong. Let me be humble and let me be humble in it and I'll watch him. Let's see. Let's see. Trading calls day one. Bro, I'm not gonna lie in it. I can't be bothered to watch this whole video to see if he's legit, but I'm just saying. If it walks like a scammer, talks like a scammer, has face tattoos and wears iced out chains even though they have a respectable profession, it's probably a scammer. Like, chat, think about it, right? Have you ever known anyone serious to wear an iced out chain? Anyone serious, ever? Just think about it for a second. All of these hustlers, whatever, that wear iced out chains, has any of them ever been serious? Ever? Think about all the different side hustles. Can judge someone based on tattoos. Look at the likes of Mumber FX. Yeah, trust me. Someone said the guy doesn't sell a course. Bro, you got to realise, G. How do you think he makes all his money, bro? Like, come on, chat. Let me show you how much money. Like, let me maths it for you, right? Just so you can see, bro. Do not be fooled by these people. Cool. Let me work out a... Cool, cool. Look at the bio. The only thing he has is his broker platform, yeah? This thing will give you $500 for every deposit, right? So, let's see. Trading calls day one. Let's say 146k people watch that. 146k. So let's say 1 in 10 people actually decide to start watching trading. So that's decide to start trading. That's 14k people that decide to actually start trading, right? Of these 14k, if you have no idea how to trade and you've just watched it off this guy, you're obviously going to use the broker that he's recommended, right? Because you're not just going to go to some random broker, right? You're going to go to the guy that's just taught you how to supposedly trade. So you're going to go, all right, cool. Let me now join. So out of these 14k people, let's say half of them use their own broker and half of them use their... I think more than half would use his. But let's just say half. So that's 7,000 people now, right? So 7,000 people are using his broker. Now, if they all deposit $500, or at least $500, then that means the guy will get paid $500 per deposit. So if they deposit 500 as a minimum, then he will get $500 commission, right? And he'd need a 1.5 ROI. So for every 500 commission he gets paid, he'd need 750 donated, dropped in, right? Which means he'd need the odd person to put in like 10 grand or something like that, right? So cool. 750 deposit, 500 payout. So that means 7,000 people have given him £500 commission. Let's do some maths on the calendar, you know. Man typed in calculator. Right, so what were the numbers? Let's go over the numbers. 7,000 people depositing $500, right? So 7,000, sorry, you can't really see this. 7,000 divided by, oh, sorry, what was it? 7,000 times $500 equals 3.5 million. $3.5 million. Chat. $3.5 million. Now tell me again that this guy trades. Tell me that's off one video. One video, chat. One video. One little course that 2 months ago. So that probably took him... Like, again, I'm not... it sounds like I'm hating on this guy. Like, bro, anyone making their money, do your thing, innit? But Yeah, like, come on. Look at the reality of it. Look at the reality of it. Remember, that's only 1 in 10 that watches video trade. And so that's literally 1 in 20 people. That's only 1 in 20 people. So if we did like 1 in 2 people, then it's going to be like 35 mil, boys. So, yeah. Just remember that, boys. Remember that. Again, see, another thing, bro, he literally made 2.1 off one trade. So you're telling me that this guy, like, it just, it's not... All right, I feel like a Muslim is your defense minister. What the hell are you talking about? Right Honourable John Healey does not sound like a... Has he been reshuffled? Has he been... Yeah, this guy is not Muslim. I don't know what type of comment that was. Something in defence. Wow. Wow, bro. You need to stop watching Instagram, cuz. You see that, bro? You've just started not spouting, but you just started saying stuff that's not even true, my bro. Be careful what you read online, bro. You could have held that opinion for how long and it was based on pure and utter lies. You know what I mean? Shabana Mahmood. Who's this guy? Oh, yeah, the Secretary of State. That's different. That's more important, but... I'm sorry, chat as well. Can I just say, she apparently describes herself as a devout Muslim. Oh, yeah, looks like it. You got fucking makeup on. If you was a devout Muslim, you probably wouldn't have your face out, would you? Just saying. Nothing wrong with that, bro. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, David? What's wrong with that, lad? I've seen him and always think, what a fucking broker would pay out 2.3 mil. Yeah, bro, but it's the thing with these Americans, bro. It's really like that. You got to think, how many people do you reckon was watching him over like lockdown or something and got their, you know, all the Americans got given like 10k. As soon as everyone got their stimulus, he probably got like a mil just off like people getting a stimulus. If you want to be PM, you have to get this in check. Who do you think should be defence minister then, David? Because I'm all for criticism, but it doesn't seem like there's many solutions, if I'm being honest. That's the problem with all the parties right now. It's just no solutions. It's, oh, look at him, look at her, look at him, look at them, look at them. It's never, oh, but we can offer this. It's just them. That's why I'm going to be different. So Bradford doesn't exist, bro. Sharia courts are getting tolerated. If you want to be a PM, you have to get this in check. Hey man, he has millions of dollars and you don't. Well, neither do you, mate. So get off his dick, weirdo. You in a cell on GU? Waiting for the same trade. If that doesn't work out, done for the day. Fair play. It's nothing offensive, bro. Just thought you want to know because you're into politics. Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, definitely. Thing is, you can't really. I'm not being funny, bro. You can't say, oh, there's a problem with there being a Muslim defense minister, because everything we do, foreign policy wise, pretty much is to the detriment of the Muslim world. Let's just be real. Every single fucking war we've fought over the last how many years for America or for someone else. It's just. I mean, look at the wars we're fighting now. Well, not wars we're fighting, but the proxies. Got 11k members that all deposited for £300. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 11k members, all £300. That's mils. What do you think of gold? Let's have a look at gold. You can't say that the UK has. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying that. This is the thing, David, though, bro. This is the complete and utter difference between being an idiot and being like reasonably critical. Does the UK have a migration problem? Yes. Am I gonna look at someone who just because she's Muslim, she went Oxford, bro? Like, if you gotta be just, let's just be real. You've just got to be racist to look at someone who went Oxford, got an extremely high level job in our economy that is actually useful, and you're looking at her going, oh, like, there's a difference. Like, you can have a problem with immigration, bro. She's a highly educated, went Oxford, cleverer than all of us in here. Like, if we all sat and done a test paper, she'd do better than all of us. They're the type of people we want. We want from abroad. We want them people from abroad. What we're saying is we don't want the low-level people. That's the difference. But if you're pointing at, like, someone who went Oxford and, like, you don't like her just because she's Muslim, you're just racist, bro. Bro, use your brain. Don't sound like some liberal. Again, it's not being liberal, bro. It's just facts. It's literally just facts, bro. If you go into a hospital and you look at a Muslim doctor and think go home, you're just an idiot, bro. Doesn't make you a liberal. It makes you an idiot. She could have the best scores, yes, but would she favour her own people? Oh, mate. Let's have a look at gold. I'm not going to lie, chat, you're getting heavily political right now, which is very risky on TikTok. I don't think anyone's saying we don't have a immigration problem, but what, so we're going to start kicking out people that have got degrees from Oxford? Yes, sick. Let's send them to another country to benefit them. Like, boys, come on. Yeah, but David, I'm all for a conversation, mate, but you're being a racist, mate. I'm just being honest with you. You're just saying, oh, because she's Muslim. It's just like, there's a difference. And people like you are the reason why nothing gets done. Because you put across a point of view that is so easily picked apart. It ruins it for those of us that actually have a good point of view, a valid criticism of immigration. I would actually be able to have a valid criticism. But then people like you, oh, she's Muslim. Like, you just make us all seem like idiots, bro. Like, and I rate you for being one of my followers and that. Like, respect. Enough love for you, but you like your own voice, that's why you try to sound intellectual. Alright, mate, you just told me that we're... Mate, honestly, bruv. Honestly, mate. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, these people. These people, bruv. You're an idiot, mate. I'm not even going to... Mate, I'm going to stop talking to you. What do you do that's so good, then? What do you do that's so good, David? What do you do for a living, mate, that's so good that you're pointing... That you're saying, oh... This person who went Oxford needs to leave our country because they're brown. This is literally what you said, pretty much. She went Oxford, oh, but it doesn't matter because she's Muslim. Like, what, mate? That's just racism, bro. It's got nothing to do with immigration. She was probably born here. Trading with anxiety thinks he's slick. I like hard-working people. Me too, bro. She went Oxford, bro. She went Oxford. Come on, man. I'm not saying fucking... Mate, no one's... Like, bro, no one wants people to come here and not work. No one wants that. I don't want that. I don't want someone to come here that has got no skills, no job, no nothing. Nobody wants that. It makes the economy worse when they've got no skills. But you got to think, bro, you're talking about a highly performing person in society. It's a big, big difference, bro. You can't blur the lines like that. It doesn't benefit the goal. Well, today just challenging, it's just trading. Trust me, bro. Lou, you getting in any trades? Probably not now, bro. EU and GU's just not coming up. GU's just sort of consolidating. Hopefully we can have that move up. We need to move up about 5-6 pips and we should be good, but we can't put people into positions like this that are biased. Yeah, see, this is the thing, bro. I do agree with that. Like, David, in the local elections, again, local elections, that, yeah, you got a point. There is very much tactical voting from that demographic. that's on local elections, like the mayor and stuff like this. They're the things you're talking about. It's not like the defense minister. It's like she's an elected to pretty much like the third highest role in government. Like she's got to have some type of ability. I might eat my words. She might nuke fucking, I don't know, Thailand or something. Might be wrong, but I doubt it. Could you give your opinion on EG shorts for the CRT targets? Yeah, no, I've been going good, bro. Trading, been smashing it recently, bro. Been smashing it. In terms of CRT, someone's saying CRT low. I would just still be looking to buy, bro, if I'm being honest with you. We haven't really got much right now that's telling us to sell. We've taken this high, as we sort of wanted to, and we just wanted to have a retracement to get in again. We still got this 4-hour CRT here that hasn't been completed. So really, we should still complete that. Price action in August was tough, trust me, bro. Where you still going, Louis? Come on, bro. Barely survived. Yeah, August was tough. Mate, it was just, yeah, August was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Start of August was lovely. Start of August was unreal. But that's why we had such a good month in the signals, boys. We had an unbelievable month in August. Because the first 2 months of the year, first 2 weeks of the month, we absolutely cooked. Ran up about 15 RR, 15% for our members. And then the last 2 months of the last 2 weeks of the month, we just didn't really trade. We maybe had 1 or 2. And that's the difference with our signals, boys. Our signals, we don't have a broker deal or anything like that. It's all in-house. So everything is through us. If we get to the end of the month, we don't have to give you another trade. We was 15R up and we left it at that because we don't need to force it. These other groups, they're on a broker deal. So they'll have the broker on the phone like, just get the trades in, get the trades in, get the trades in. But yeah. You in a trade right now? Not right now, bro. 8-hour and daily CRT at EG. Yeah, no, that's what we're looking at as well, bro. But we're seeing a similar thing to basically sorry, I was stumbling over my words. What GU did last week, where there's not really a major POI. Maybe this imbalance here, but there's not really a major POI to then continue us actually down. So that's why the catalyst we're hoping to be that liquidity. So we're hoping price can take that liquidity and then move down. That is what we're hoping is going to be the catalyst. Same on GU. If I show you GU, it's basically there. So there was nothing really to be the cat on the 4-hour. There was not really any imbalance here to be the catalyst. And you can see all we really did was just sweep that Asia low, use that as liquidity to then buy. Why no futures trading? I just prefer trading EU and GU, bro. We do look at futures, though. We do have a lot of people in here that do trade futures. All right, coming up a little bit now. Okay, GU. Fucking hell. Now, do Vantage do broker deals? Yeah, they do, bro. GU tapped in DTO, daily FEG. What's your bias on GU? Yeah, could potentially be looking for sells, bro, but my higher time frame bias is going to be buys. So what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is definitely going to be longs. Definitely going to be longs. I might jump off soon though, boys. I've been live on TikTok for about 2 hours. These are the times where you tend to get banned. So yeah, I'm going to jump off, boys, on TikTok. I'm going to stay on my YouTube stream, though, boys. I'm going to stay on my YouTube stream. So, yeah, Richesse, for everyone screenshot that. That's my YouTube and Discord. Everyone screenshot that. What are you saying, Janny? Are you buy? No, not in my opinion, T. But, yeah, everyone get in there. I'm going to be staying live on YouTube. You can see my whole screen, see my face cam, all the rest of it. But, yeah, I just don't want to stay on here for too long or I'll start getting taken down. So, yeah, big up to everyone who tuned in today, boys. Appreciate all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes. Even if we disagree, boys, no hate to you. That's what we can do. We can disagree. It's all part of the game. But yeah, boys, big up to everyone, and I'll catch you in the next live. Sweet. Mate, what was that geezer about? And come in and was like, oh, look at the defence secretary. She's a Muslim. And when I said, oh, mate, you're just a racist then, aren't you, if you care about that? He went, oh, the only reason you talk about it is because you think you're an intellectual. You literally told me to search her up. Don't know what that guy was on, that David guy. I really don't. Lou, do you not fancy the EG buys up to the Friday high? Yeah, nice. No, that is nice. I mean, we've had the change of character now with some decent momentum. Yeah, hopefully this continues. Yeah, it's a good spot. I didn't actually really notice the DTO, but obviously our 15-minute was nicely in line with it. Was it 15-minute? What was it? Half hour inversion. So yeah, hopefully this one can play. Are you going on a retap of the DTO? Yeah, if we retap on the DTO, it could still be a nice entry. The RR is going to be better as well. You can actually have a better stop. Bear in mind, boys, you do sort of have to have a 4-pip stop anyway. So bear that in mind. It's just going to be a safer stop loss, really. And a slightly better RR. So yeah, that'll be your entry if you're going off the DTO. Remember, yeah, you don't want to scrimp with your stop loss on EG, because the worst thing that can happen is you get that manipulation. $105 in here. Big up. We've had a few people come over from the TikTok. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. Let me move this off my... Big up to you, man. Anything you want me to analyse, let me know, boys. Anything education-wise, let me know. Let me know. Let me know, chat. Let me know. I'm done for today now. Just wanted your opinion on EG. Fair play, bro. Is anyone getting an EG buys? Is anyone in EG buys? Anyone in any trades at all? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What's DXY saying? DXY looks like it could be coming down again. We've got this fair value gap here. We'll see if we invert this. Got that fair value gap there. Do you trade stock? Nah, bro. Nah, brother. No, we don't trade stock. You can invest in them, but yeah, trading them, you're just gonna get cooked, really, bro. GU tapped into daily FVG. What's your bias on GU? So yeah, GU basically our bias. Higher time frame wise, it is long. We are bullish on it. The main confluence for us, or one of the main confluences, is this this monthly CRT. So you can see this is the monthly CRT where we've swept the candle low, closed back within, so we should rally up to the next candle's high. So that's our clear target. You can see that on the daily. That's the sweep, that's the rally, and then the close, and then this is the new candle, or the new month open, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we still haven't, from our internal and external, taken this high. So again, we should go low, high, internal, external high. So we should again move up to this high. So we've got this is a target, and we've also got this as a target, right? If we go down into the 4 hour now, we can see what exactly is happening on the lower. Now this is what's happening on the lower. So we've already established we want to go higher, but this is where we sit in terms of the 4 hour. So 4 hour, we've got our swing low and we've got our swing high. Let me actually mark it on like this. Swing low and swing high. So what we basically want is for price to fill our internal, which is our imbalance, and then run to our external high. So we want a retracement into the internal and then a move to the external high. That's basically what we want. Now the question is, have we filled enough, or does price want to come down, sweep, and then move up? So our overall bias is bullish, boys, but we are potentially seeing some reason to sell off prior to moving up. Because if you look at where we actually came into as well, I don't believe we came into the discount. Okay, we just about came into the discount, chat, but it would be nice to have another re-move into that discount. But that's not the main confluence anyway. That's not the main confluence anyway. It's just a little side note. So yeah, this is our range. What I personally see prices doing is that have filled it. We've filled this 1 hour, tapped into the order block, and we are going to come higher. So I personally want us to come higher. However, we haven't really taken anything to the downside yet. No real manipulation at all. But yeah, if I'm honest, boys, buyers are going to be most likely. If you're looking to trade to like New York session tomorrow, whatever it may be. This session here was looking for sells, was looking for that manipulation move. But only looking for that as a manipulation because our main move is bullish. I'm new to trading on calls for 3 months now. You use retest strategy. Nah, bro, we use Asia liquidity strategy, bro. Getting our mentorship, bro, it's £40 a month is an absolute steal. Absolute steal. We have every single video of every concept we trade. So everything you see here. So order blocks, fair value gaps, inversion fair value gaps, daily true open, higher time frame, liquidity, time-based liquidity, CRT, sessions, momentum, everything you see here we've got a video on. We've got about, I'd say about 100 videos, and that's 100 videos is essentially on lessons, about I'd say 35 to 40, or 30 to 40 are lessons on actual trading concepts, and then there's another 35 to 40 on our strategy, so how to trade our strategy, and then case studies, and then there's another 30 on stuff like just higher level stuff, and like psychology, trading plan, those type of things. So yeah, there's about 100 videos in there, boys, all so much value on top of everything that I've just mentioned already. We are live every single day with our members, UK time starting at 6 AM all the way through to 8 AM, where we're marking up exactly what we're trading, what levels we're looking for, order blocks, what news we've got fundamentally, what's our bias, everything like that. So if you're interested in that, boys, then make sure you get into the Discord, get into the mentorship. And it's all for £40 a month, boys. £40 a month, absolute steal. The Discord's there if you want to get him. Check Naz after, bro. Sweet. Are you bullish or bearish on UJ? So on JPY, yen basket, we are bearish. So that means on any other pair against the dollar, against the JPY, we are bullish. So yeah, in terms of JPY, we want this to happen, which means on pairs against the JPY, we want that to happen. So UJ, we want that to happen. GJ, we want that to happen. And EJ, we want that to happen. That is essentially what we want to see on the JPY. This little re-entry spot's moving. Yeah, we're just seeing consolidation, boys. Again, no news Monday, so it is to be expected. I might jump off now, to be fair, boys, because this no news Monday is moving a bit stiff right now. EG's moving quite nice, but that's about it, to be fair. It's about it. But yeah, boys, I'm probably going to jump off now anyway. But I appreciate you, man, tuning in today. Again, getting it done on the Monday. Mondays are always a good time. It's always important. A lot of people don't trade it, but these people are no news Monday. They just won't look at the chart. Now we're looking at the chart. We know really exactly what happened over Asia, exactly what London's doing, or at least trying to do. So then all we've got to do is see how New York reacts to that. And then the next day, so tomorrow, we've got such a good bit of information going in. So remember, we know what the London session wants to do, and we know what the New York session wants to do. So if it doesn't do that, then we've got, if it does do that, or if it doesn't, we've got great confluence heading into. Before live, just check Naz. Right, sweet. Did a bearish CRT on the monthly on NAS. We do have bearish CRT on NAS. Completed that CRT as well, so we could be ready to come down now. We're at a very, very nice point for sales, a very, very premium point in price. Looking at that 8 hour again, we're just tracking order flow right now, so we can see what price is blatantly doing. Filled this imbalance, so we should really fill this and then come into this high, come into that high. There's no reason why we shouldn't do that. No reason why we shouldn't do that. So that's really what you'd be looking for. That's really what you'd be looking for. So yeah, to be fair, we're probably going to take an L on that CRT. Not really going to consider it too much, just based on how bullish we have been. We've had that sell-off, we've had that recovery now. So the main thing, to be honest, chat, is to see if we get a close above this. If we get a close above this, then we're going to be bullish. If we don't, so if we get a close above this, we're going to be bullish. If we get a rejection of this, then yeah, we're going to be bearish, most likely. So yeah, this London and New York session is going to be very important. We'll see if we can close over this. Then tomorrow we're going to be just looking for buyers on NAS. If we don't, then yeah, we're going to be looking at sells according to this CRT closure. But yeah, boys, appreciate you tuning in, man. Big up to everyone who tuned in. As I said, I've got loads of videos on my YouTube, loads of free content that you can watch and learn, and also on the Discord as well, boys. So go over to the Discord, go over to the YouTube. Well, you're on the YouTube now, so watch my YouTube, watch the videos on the Discord. And yeah, man, if you want mentorship or signals or one-to-one mentoring with myself, then just send me a message, boys, on Discord. I will never DM you first on Discord. And my name on there is, actually, let me... Alright, yeah, I'm going to put a message here. Hello, lab. This is my only account. Don't message me through here. I won't DM you first or take payments in crypto. Alright, yeah, that's me. So if you want to mess with me, boy, just click on my name and type and then send, right? So just click on my name and type and send. This is me. Yeah. Either way, boys, big up for you, man, for tuning in. Big up to you, man, for tuning in. Big up to you, man, for tuning in, chat. I'm going to jump off now. Appreciate yous, and I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Sweet. Macy's going to be live for the New York session anyway, so we'll catch you there. And yeah, boys, I'll be answering all my DMs right now. So big up to you, man, and I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Sweet.